And you know what the process was before, and this is one thing that Trump put into place in his first administration. Remember how it used to be that everybody who was applying had to prepare the entire packet at exit, and for that April 1 arrival, flooding the USCIS locations, and then they would then take those and do their lottery system. But one thing under the Trump administration was to create the registration process where before you did all of that, yes, you need to double check that you're eligible, but what they would do is you would go on the USCIS website, registration, and then they would randomize. There was an opening of about 3-week period in March, and then you would have that randomization and be able to see who's got chosen. Then you would prepare and submit. So this saves a lot of legal fees for companies, individuals, and things like that. And so I really do think that that was a great suggestion to streamline the process. But then over time, there was, they called like people gaming the system and applying for multiple people and trying to get more chances. And then they were cracking down on that later in 2024 by some of the innovation and efficiencies that they put in place. But in general, you either have a bachelor's degree or higher in a specific field. You can use equivalent experience, but for the most part, we're working with the bachelor's or master's or beyond. And the job offer is in a specialty occupation requiring the applicant's skills. They have to demonstrate that they need this, the foreign talent. And so just some of the things to know, there's 65,000 H-1B visas annually. And what we're talking about are the cap. The cap is where there's a limitation. There are exemptions to the cap where there's not the same limitation when we're talking about universities and affiliated nonprofits and government and research organizations that qualify for being cap exempt. And back to the annual cap numbers, additional 20,000 for individuals with advanced U.S. degrees. And so that does put a priority on those with, like, mostly we're talking masters from the U.S. That helps with the U.S. schools, but generally people might be here with their F1, they get their OPT. If they don't get picked up for their H-1B, and they're in the STEM, they have some more years. And so there's been like an opportunity there to help them.